Hello, and welcome to a fresh episode of Quizzing with the Members. This is, in case you haven't seen this series, there are more than 30 episodes now. There is a playlist where you can go and check out all the episodes of Quizzing with the Members. This is a quiz that we specially do for our members, where they come from a membership program that we have, where one of the perks is that we get to quiz together. Like you guys quiz against each other. I'm just the host. And we have 4 new members. Not really new because one is a defending champion, one is a past champion, one has been here before, and one is making his debut. Let me call them one by one. Calling on the defending champion. Anshula is here.
Hello.
Anshula, this is your run has reached how many episodes? 2, 3, 1?
Oh, not sure.
Okay.
3, 4, maybe. Not sure.
Oof. Oh, okay.
Who's keeping count?
Not keeping count at all. Okay, Anshula, so glad to see you back. On that note, our next contestant has been here before. Give it up for Apurv.
Hey, hi, Kevi. Hello.
Apurv, so nice to see you back in Quizzing with the Members. Which episode were you in, if you can remind us?
One was the IPL edition.
IPL, Quizzing
the one
evening.
we did with Anirban, and there was one before that, I think 27th.
Okay, cool. Okay, like I said, we have a past champion also in this panel. Give it up for Neeharika. Neeharika, so nice to see you back. Okay, our next and last panelist in this panel, born and brought up in Vadodara, Gujarat, recently moved to the US for his MBA, currently based in Boston, works in consulting. Give it up for Sapan.
Hi, KV, really nice to be here.
Yes.
No pressure at all being with like 2 champions and a returning person.
No pressure. If it helps you, when Anshula and Neeharika first came, they were also not champions. They beat some defending champions.
Okay, I'm sure.
If it helps. And okay, guys, you all know how it works, so we'll start. First direct to Anshula. Anshula, this jumper that you can see on your screen, exhibited at the National Science Museum in London, UK, was designed through a competition organized by the Cystic Fibrosis Trust in 1997. The winning design, which you can see, was created by a 12-year-old Holly Wharton from Rickmansworth, Hertfordshire. Now, what I need from you is, what is the significance of this sweater in the realms of science and technology?
Dolly, the clone sheep.
Yes, beautifully done. Dolly is the keyword I was looking for. Well done. Okay. Yes. Well done. Sweater was made from the fleece from Dolly the sheep. As we all know, Dolly the sheep, first clone sheep. And this was made from Dolly's fleece. Okay. And then now they've donated the thing at the British Museum and all that. Okay, cool. 10 points there to Anshula, which means the next direct will be to Apurv. Apurv, 80 question, but like closer home. It is a Persian word derived from Arabic that is used as a respected title for persons who achieved mastery over languages, especially in the Indian subcontinent. It became a surname to those people whose ancestors had received this title, and some of whom also served as ministers and administrators in the kingdoms of various royalty and are regarded as nobility. Which word are we looking for?
Is it Ustad?
Not Ustad. Going to Neeharika.
Is it Wazir?
Not Wazir. Going to Sapan.
My guess is Kalinga.
Not Kalinga. Going to Anshula.
Okay, a couple of my guesses gone as well. Okay, I'll pass.
Okay, we'll start again with Apurv. So the hint I would give is probably the greatest writer in Hindustani literature, Premchand. That's a hint, if that helps. Does that help? Anybody wants to block Premchand as a hint?
I can block.
Okay. Let's take a round with that hint with Premchand.
Sorry, pass.
Okay, Apurv is passing. We go to Neeharika. Munshi, yes. 6 points there to Neeharika. We are talking about Munshi. Okay, Munshi Premchand, as we know. And now everything fits. Achieved mastery over languages. That was the origin. And Munshi Premchand himself was master over languages, also a teacher. And this word was often used for teachers in the past, especially language teaching. And surnames, and Munshi, seen in Hindi movie, Munshi Ji and all that. They was also used as ministers and administrators. K. Munshi, surname example. Chan Munshi was an act. Munshi Premchand. Nicely done. 6 points there to Neeharika, which means the next direct will be to Sapan. Sapan, this is for you. These tours, starting in 2016, weren't about celebrities, but about exposing financial maneuvers initiated by anti-corruption activists. The first one focused on oligarchs' properties in London. They garnered wide media attention, shedding light on dirty money in real estate. Organized by Clam K, these tours aim to combat corruption. What term describes these eye-opening tours revealing financial corruption and property investments, often associated with regimes characterized by corruption and embezzlement?
So is this like I mean, when you say tours, are they like something sort of a documentary that was released or like?
No, these are legit tours. Like you can actually
Okay,
like if you go to New York, there's a pop Friends tours or Sex in the City,
right.
or like pop culture tours. This is a proper
Okay.
tour where essentially what happens is they take you to all of these. So to give you more context, like for example, London has maybe 3,000 or 30,000, I don't remember the figure now,
Mhm.
houses. Nobody knows who owns those houses. So they are because of these things. So that tour takes you to these houses. Say, look at this house, beautiful house and all that. And these are basically an example of corruption. So this is to highlight, corruption and money embezzlement and all that.
Right. Okay, I'll take a guess. Is it Swiss bank tours?
Not Swiss bank tours. Going to Anshula.
Is it, are these like kleptocracy tours?
What a great crack. Oof. 11 points there to Anshula for the exact answer we were looking for. Kleptocracy, which is essentially a government with corrupt leaders. And these are known as kleptocracy tours. Yeah. Beautifully done. Perfect. Kleptocracy tours, and they just they'll show you these buildings. Nobody occupies them. Money has probably come from funds we are not aware of. Okay. Fantastic. 11 points there to Anshula, which means we go to Apurv for a very direct visual question. Apurv, just tell me the younger one in this picture. I mean, don't identify which one is the younger one. Tell me the person's name. Okay, I think this is the younger one. It's like one of those memes, like identify X, and X is here. No, I don't mean ID the younger one. Like, tell me the person's name, the younger person in the photo. And just to clarify, the left person is the younger one before. How can I say the age by height?
I'll just go with what I thought of first. Is it Michael Jackson?
It is Michael Jackson. Yes, 10 points there to Apurv. Apurv also on board. This is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson playing basketball on the left. And the next direct will be to Neeharika. Okay. A phrase this time, I'm going to phrase etymology, Neeharika. The origin of this phrase, though uncertain, is most likely linked to a certain industry most popular in the 19th and 20th centuries. During their craft, the workers were exposed to mercury vapors for long periods of time, which caused slurring of speech, tremors, emotional outbursts, and other nervous symptoms. However, the phrase came to be more commonly used after Lewis Carroll used it in his book, Alice in Wonderland. What phrase do you think we are talking about?
Is it something to do with the Red Queen?
No, not the Red Queen Funda. Going to Sapan.
I'm gonna guess the Mad Hatter syndrome.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Mad Hatter, as mad as hat is the exact, as mad as a hatter.
Were
Yeah.
the workers in the hat industry,
Yes,
like were they making
yes.
hats? Okay.
Absolutely correct. We're talking about the hat industry, most popular in 19th and 20th century, and workers were exposed to mercury vapors and became popular after Lewis Carroll used Mad Hatter, mad as a hatter in Lewis Carroll. Oh, sorry, in his Alice in Wonderland. Okay, 11 points there to Sapan. All of you are on board now, only at 5 questions. That's great. 11 to Sapan for as mad as a hatter. Which means the next direct will be to Anshula. Anshula, your direct. Talking about a certain gesture now. The X is a gesture commonly found in portraiture or portraits during the 18th and 19th centuries. The pose appeared by the 1750s to indicate leadership in a calm and firm manner. The pose is often associated with Napoleon Bonaparte due to its use in several portraits made by his artist Jacques-Louis David. Amongst them, the 1812, like the most famous of the lot, is 1812 painting Napoleon in his study. What posture, what gesture are we talking about?
Okay, I'll say like the men keeping one leg, like the left leg up, and like that arm on their side, like that kind of a pose.
Okay, so like one leg on a stool.
Yeah, they have it on a raised higher
Ah,
and something
Okay,
like that.
okay,
Yeah.
no, not that gesture. Going to Apurv.
Is it the sword that is in the reverse way kept firm on the ground?
No, not the sword. Going to Neeharika.
Is there hand on a desk?
Not hand on a desk. Going to Sapan.
It's not exactly a gesture, but maybe like a raised eyebrow, a smirk.
No. Okay, cool. We'll start again with Anshula. The hint will be that Neeharika was in very good direction, if that helps. Something to do with hands. Is that, can we take a round with that? Like, just imagine some of these portraits. Imagine Napoleon and I don't know, imagine Karl Marx and big giant figures of 18th, 19th century. Think of their portraits, think of their hands. And I think Sapan said it's not really some grand gesture, but something to do with hands, which you'll find common in most of these portraits, especially Napoleon's. Like once you'll see the answer, be like, of course, yeah. Oh, like that. Should we take a round with that? Do you think we can? Okay, I'll add one extra in basis
No.
what Apurv said. Okay, Anshula.
I mean, go for it.
Oh, of course, it's yours direct. No, basically what Apurv said, don't think anything external like carrying a sword or anything else. Don't think of an external prop,
Okay, so is it keeping the hands in a fist, like closed?
like closed hands. No,
Yeah, like,
going to Apurv.
Is it hands on the vest?
I'll take a round, see if okay, I'll go to Neeharika. Sorry.
Hand on the lapel?
Hand on the
Lapel? L-A-P-E-L?
the lapel. And no, I'll go to Sapan.
I just say crossed arms like this.
No. Okay, I'll close this. I can't give anyone point on this. It's some of you went very, very close. But it's hand in waistcoat. This is the gesture. Okay, this is the gesture most famously in the second photo that you see. One hand in waistcoat is a gesture Napoleon famously used. On the left is George Washington, there's Karl Marx, there's Stalin, and this is supposed to be one of those defining features of these portraits showing their calm and whatever. Hand in waistcoat. Can't give anyone point. Nobody came close. Although, yeah. Should not give. Won't be fair also to give anyone point. Also, like the fun thing about this, and there's a conspiracy theory that this is a symbol or a gesture of the Freemasons. This is a conspiracy theory. So this is a Freemason signature, whatever gesture, and this is what all of these guys were part of the Freemasonry, and that's why they did this in their photos to show, like, whatever. Okay, cool. Next direct will again be Anshula. Talking about a certain phrase, the phrase X echoes with urgency. It symbolizes solidarity with a besieged city amidst the chaos of conflict. This city, nestled within a troubled region, has become a focal point of international attention due to relentless attacks. Recently, enemy tanks penetrated its heart for the first time, marking a pivotal moment in the conflict. Despite global condemnation and legal injunctions, the onslaught persists, drawing attention to the plight of over 1.4 million inhabitants seeking refuge from violence. What phrase are we talking about?
all eyes on Rafa.
All eyes on Rafa. Yes, 10 points there to Anshula. We are talking about all eyes on Rafa, the phrase which has now become viral on social media. All eyes on Rafa. Okay, cool. Which means the next direct will be to Apurv. Apurv, brand question. Despite offering a product as basic as water, this brand garnered attention with its shocking name and humorous branding. This brand has even staged PR stunts, like hiring a witch to cast spells at the Super Bowl. its tall cans adorned with a skull logo sometimes find themselves misplaced in beer aisles, adding to the allure of the brand. Recognized for its commitment to sustainability, the brand champions aluminum cans as infinitely recyclable, echoing its motto, dash to plastic. Collaborating with icons like Tony Hawk, they've even sold skateboard decks printed with the legend's blood for charity. As it infiltrates music festivals and extreme sports events, it fosters a community around its brand, appealing particularly to Gen Z. What is this rebellious beverage brand, often mistaken for something sinister, but is simply water in a can? What brand are we talking about?
Is it Monster?
Not Monster, going to Neeharika.
I'll just guess death to plastic. Oh, aqua death. Sorry, aqua death. That's my answer.
No, going to Sapan.
I've seen these cans in supermarkets, but the name is just completely I'm spacing on it right now. I'm just going to go with the blank and say equal.
No, going to Anshula.
Yeah, I'll just guess something like, I don't know, black magic.
Not Black Magic. Going to, oh, sorry, we are this is Apurv's direct. So we'll start again with Apurv. Okay, let's add some hints to this. This is a two-word brand. Okay, two-word brand, and the second word is death. Dash death. Okay, the motto that blank is death. Okay? Their motto is death to plastic. One of its mottos. So can we take a round with dash death, and you can see what it's selling. So it's not too far from. We'll take. Okay, we'll start with Apurv whenever Apurv is ready.
Polydeath. What do you think?
Not Polydeath. Going to Neeharika.
Liquid death.
Liquid Death. That's all. Yes. 6 points there to Neeharika. It is Liquid Death. That's the brand. Next time you see this brand in a supermarket, you'll remember this question. Liquid Death. Mountain water, lime, sparkling water. Don't be scared. It's just water. Liquid Death. Cool. Okay. Okay. Halftime. Take a quick look at the score as we've reached the halftime. Anshula on the back of 10 for Fleece from Dolly the Sheep, 11 for All Eyes on Rafa, and sorry, 10 for 11 for Kleptocracy Tours, and 10 for All Eyes on Rafa is leading right now with 31 points. 31, well done. Followed by Apurv. Apurv has 10 for Michael Jackson. Well done, 6 left. Neeharika has 2 6s, 1 6 for Munshi and 1 6 for Liquid Death. Neeharika is on 12 points. And we have Sapan with As Mad as a Hatter, 11 points. Okay, so Anshula leading right now with 31. But then there is 12, 11 and 10 with Neeharika, Sapan, Apurv. And full second half left. Things can change. The order now will be Sapan, Neeharika, Apurv, Anshula. Cool. Let's start with Sapan. Sapan, this is your direct. Another visual question. This is the 1995 PCA World Chess Championship between Garry Kasparov and Vishwanathan Anand. This is being held at what place?
I mean, it's clearly not just a chess question. There's something significant about this place. Just by the background, I will take a guess. Is it the World Trade Center?
Yes, of course. Just by the background, you're right. That was the only hint. The background, it is the World Trade Center. Is on the top of World Trade Center is where they did the match between Kasparov and Anand. 10 points there to Sapan.
I can't believe I got a sports question.
Yes. 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 Okay, cool. 10 points to Sapan. Next direct will be to Neeharika. Neeharika, again, X is a brand and fictional character used in advertising campaigns for food and recipes. The character was created by the Washburn Crosby Company in 1921 to give a personalized response to consumer product question. A portrait of X appears on printed advertisements, product packaging, and cookbooks. In 1945, Fortune magazine named X the second most popular woman in America. Eleanor Roosevelt was named first, so right after Eleanor Roosevelt. Who are we talking about? What's the fictional character we are talking about?
Sorry, pass.
Okay, Neeharika is passing. We go to Apurv.
Just random guess. Is it Wendy's?
Not Wendy's. Going to Anshula.
Is it Betty Crocker?
Yes, of course, it's Betty Crocker. Talking about Betty Crocker, 12 points there to Anshula, 12 points on Betty Crocker. Have you guys heard of Betty Crocker? Betty Crocker?
Pancake mix.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. We're also like,
I was going to,
Hmm.
sorry, go ahead.
say Sapan. No, no, no. Say.
I was going to say Aunt Jemima also because of like pancake syrup and all of that. But yeah, Betty Crocker obviously is more obvious.
Yeah, yeah. Betty Crocker was so popular that in 1945, around in 40, they had done a survey where 9 out of 10 Americans had heard of Betty Crocker. Can you imagine the popularity? Because Betty Crocker was on the radio the whole day apparently. So yeah, second most famous woman in America after Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, 12 points there to Anshula, which means the next direct will be Sapan's. Sapan, again, visual plus text hint. This is a visual that will be helpful. And there's a headline. All you need to tell me is what is missing in the headline. The headline says, basketball court, home cinema, but no booby traps. X house on sale for $5.25 million. Just filling the blank.
So I saw basketball and I panicked because I thought it was a sports question again. But just going by booby traps, I'm going to guess, is this the Home Alone house?
Beautiful crack. Yes. Put 10 points there to Sapan. It is the Home Alone house. Okay. And yeah, of course, like Sapan said, big clues were, of course, booby traps from the movie Home Alone. Yes, the house was on sale and it was a big, big news. Home Alone's house is on sale. Everything else fits. So Sapan's core area is some sports mention, but not a sports
Yes.
question, but New York. That is in Venn diagram. Little bit of sports, not sports, but New York based.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 points there to Sapan, which means the next direct will be Neeharika. Neeharika, in men's fashion, there's a unique accessory often crafted from materials like precious metals, glass, or leather. This adornment, which can feature intricate designs with gemstones or enamel, secures parts of a dress shirt that have buttonholes on both sides but lack buttons. Interestingly, the barrel style method of wearing them, with one edge pointing outward and the other inward, was popularized by a 19th century entertainer named Dan Rice, although the kissing style is more widely preferred. Historical literature, such as Alexander Dumas' novel The Count of Monte Cristo, highlights the prominence of such an accessory when describing a character's opulent appearance, complete with a sparkling diamond and a red ribbon. What is this accessory that has stood the test of time in the fashion world?
Are these cufflinks?
These are cufflinks. Yes, 10 points there to Neeharika. We are talking about cufflinks. Too many words and lines and all of that, but we're just talking about cufflinks. Okay, cufflinks. Yes. Still in fashion in some sense and it has been in fashion since a long time. Okay, Neeharika gets 10. And the next direct will be to Apurv. Apurv, do you follow sports? Do other people follow sports? Like Sapan clearly doesn't like sports, but because now we are entering what I'd like to call the sports section of this quiz.
It's a whole
And a
section.
dissection, yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Oh God.
Yes. Come on. Enough teaser with golf and basketball court. Maybe one question, maybe two. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, Apurv, your direct. No, but this one is at least gettable. Okay, cool. Okay, Funda question. On your screen, you can see retired players like Andrew McDonald, Brad Hodge, Andre Borovic, and George Bailey. And they are donning the Australian jersey again on the field last week. Why do you think this had to happen? What's the fund?
So just one question. So this is not something which occurs yearly.
No. This was an exceptional list. Yeah.
I'll just take a guess. I think most of the Australian players were out after IPL. So these were like the staff and support staff,
Yes.
etc.
Enough. You've given me both keywords. You've given IPL and staff. That's all I was looking for. This is the IPL effect, the IPL shortage effect, as they called in Australian media, because this was a warm-up match, I think, where they didn't have enough players to field. And so the coaching staff had to come because the players had just come back from IPL or were at IPL. So they couldn't play. Okay, so this is the IPL effect. They had only 9 players available to play warm-up because of IPL. Okay, and so these guys had to come on the field. Okay, so full 10 points there to Apurv. And now I come to the only pure sports question of the quiz. Okay, this one was workable without sports, as you can clearly see. But next one is you'll have to follow sports to get this.
Oof.
But let's see. Okay, cool. This is Anshula's direct. Anshula, despite his roots in the Dutch Eerste Divisie, which is the football division of Netherlands, where he twice celebrated titles with PEC Zwolle, this former midfielder's journey through the ranks of NAC Breda and Sparta Rotterdam laid the foundation for a noteworthy managerial career. After hanging up his boots in 2012, he transitioned into coaching, starting in PEC Zwolle's academy and progressing to a co-head coach role at Cambuur. His expertise soon took him to AZ, where his tenure as head coach began in 2019. The significant leap came in 2021 when he took the helm at Feyenoord, guiding the team to the 2022 UEFA Europa Conference League final. As of June 2024, his strategic acumen will be tested at an iconic Premier League, English Premier League club. Identify this Dutch football maestro.
Give up a couple of Dutch names. But don't know the context for those names. So just trying to think of Wesley Snyder.
Not bad. Okay, not Wesley Snyder. Going to Sapan.
I promised myself I wasn't going to pass any questions,
Yes.
but I really cannot think of any Dutch footballers. So, but I'm going to say something. Let's say Bruno Fernandes.
Okay. Looking to Neeharika.
On the same theme, Jan something.
Nice. Going to Apurv.
I mean, it had to be a Liverpool question. So Arne Slot at Liverpool.
Nice, Apurv. Nicely done. Yes, one for the team. This is, of course, Arne Slot. Okay. Arne Margin. Arne Slot, and only news because he's the new coach at Liverpool. So Feyenoord to Liverpool, big appointment because legendary Jurgen Klopp has left the club. So Slot has been in news because he's the new Liverpool manager. Okay. 13 points there to Apurv. Yeah. Okay. So Apurv gets 13. Next direct will be to Anshula. Released in 1985, this book delves into a plethora of anecdotes, from cracking safes to exploring diverse interests like languages, biology, and philosophy. It also touches on more solemn topics such as his involvement in the Manhattan Project and his scathing critique of science education in Brazil. Among the tales lies an account of his nerve-wracking presentation before luminaries like Albert Einstein and John von Neumann. What is the title of this book? And the title derives from a comment made when the physicist, unfamiliar with tea etiquette, asked for both cream and lemon.
Surely you must be joking, Mr. Feynman.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points there to Anshula. Surely you're joking, Mr. Feynman, when he asked for cream and lemon. Must be somewhere. Yes. Instead of answer slide, I can just. The answer was always there in the frame, guys. It was hiding in plain sight. Surely you're joking, Mr. Feynman. What a book, what a guy. Okay, 10 points there to Anshula. Which means the next direct will be to Sapan, and the last question of the quiz. Sapan, fairly direct. X is the titular character of Walt Disney's Animation Studios' 1995 film X and the 7th edition to the Disney Princess franchise. The character is loosely based on the actual historical figure X, making her the first and to date only Disney princess to be based on a real person. Who are we talking about?
It can't really be this. Like I'm trying to go lateral thinking and sort of skipping past the obvious, but I think it might be obvious. Is it Pocahontas?
It is Pocahontas. Yes, 10 points there to Sapan. It is Pocahontas. Yes, sometimes we have direct questions also. Sapan, and also this is very relative so to speak. Like the Arne Slot question, if you follow football, you're like, no, this can't be this direct. Like what fair?
Okay.
You know what I mean. So
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, 10 points there to Pocahontas and Sapan. Nicely done. That brings us to the end of the quiz. Well played, everyone. This was a very, very, very nice fun. Everyone got everything. We'll take a look at the score. We'll start with Sapan. Sapan had 11 in the first half, had a remarkably better second half with 10 each for World Trade Center, Home Alone, and Pocahontas. Great debut. Sapan ends on 41. Fantastic. Sapan, I'll hope to see you soon. Neeharika had 12 in
Thank
the
you.
first half, 10 for cufflinks in the second half. Neeharika ends on 22. Then we come to Apurv. Apurv had 10 in the first half. In the second half, he got player shortage due to IPL and 13 for Arne Slot. So Apurv, both sports question nicely done. Apurv ends on 33. Well done. 33. And then we come to Anshula. Anshula had 31 in the first half, 12 for Betty Crocker. And surely you're joking, Mr. Feynman, 10 points, which means Anshula defends her title successfully with 53 points. Well done, Anshula remains the defending champion. I'll see you, Anshula, in the next episode with 3 new contestants. Apurv, always a pleasure to host you, whether it's quizzing evening, whether it's this, and fantastic stuff, 33 points. Neeharika, so nice to see you back. I hope to see you more often. And Sapan, what a great debut. I hope to see you soon in one of these things that we are doing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving us time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
much.
KV.
That's